Hey, Nene, girl, what is really going on, honey? I know you know better than this, girl. You know better. And they should use one of your lines on you. Bye, wig. Bye, wig. Girl, we didn't need you. We didn't need you at all. Poor thing. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. Come on up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Child, they done had the resurgence of that goddamn Nene on this episode. This is Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 8, Episode 11. They done brought Nene's ass back up into the fold. Ridiculous. There was absolutely no need for it. It was just ridiculous. You can't save the show. You can't save the show. And that's what they were leading us to believe, like we needed Nene. And I mean, even the whole... We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Just roll with me. Okay, so starting off, there's this whole thing that they're doing. Phaedra's getting herself all together so that they can go on down to the Million Man March. She's taking the boys. So she's in the process of packing, her and Aiden. And then in the meantime, between time, Apollo done called. Aiden been showing his motherfucking ass down at the schoolhouse. So Apollo decides to tell him, you don't want me to come in and get you, do you? He said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I mean, no, sir. No, you had it right the first time. And, no, they don't want you to come and get him. But, like, really, you gonna break out of jail and come whoop his ass for showing off at the schoolhouse? He ain't doing it but acting like you, bitch. Anyway. Child, whatever. But Aiden showing off. Whatever. He's spoiled. Whatever. Kids do that. Anyway, so that was funny. You know, Phaedra threw that slick little dig, honey. It's really hard to try to parent from down at the jailhouse. I said, I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what she was saying. Foolishness. Anyway, so they were going down, and they were going a little bit early. Phaedra was going down to meet with this one congresswoman. Child, they get down there, honey, and meet the congresswoman, and she looked a clown. We got the congresswoman sitting up here. She got this red sequin hat on, baby. And if she wasn't looking like Sideshow Barbette, I said, child, get on out of here. Just a mess. And then you got Portia talking about, oh, yes, we're going down here. I'm going to get my Olivia Pope on. What does that mean, Portia? You will get your Olivia Pope on. What's that mean, honey? You will go down there and go to the White House and fuck somebody you ain't got no business fucking in a broom closet, bitch. Just ridiculous. She's so fucking ridiculous. But they all went on down there. Sheree was there. And Kim. What was this all about? What was it all about? Kim brings her kids. And that was like the whole thing. The whole time they were there, it was this whole episode back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with Kim and the kids. It was no place for the kids. Why the fuck do you need an 8-year-old and a 20-month-old at the fucking Million Man March? First of all, there's too many motherfucking people to be dragging these little motherfucking midgets around. Okay? Ain't nobody else got no little kids with them. Cairo came. Cairo's 19. Cairo didn't even go to the little thing to meet the congresswoman. He didn't come until the next day when they went to the actual march. When they were in with the congresswoman, Kim's kids was crying and carrying on and carrying. They did something first, and the kids, she thought it was the subject matter was too much for her 8-year-old, so she pulled him out. Now, I didn't have a problem with Kim doing that because, you know what? People don't parent the same. And the way I parent is different than the way you parent. That don't mean that I'm right and you're wrong, and vice versa. You lay on your children what you want to lay on your children at the time that you want to lay it on them. I've dealt with that situation of another motherfucker throwing an adult subject at your child, and then you left to clean up the mess afterwards because you know your child. Maybe that child is not ready. She's real in tune with her kids. She didn't think the conversation was appropriate for her 8-year-old, and I ain't got no problem with that. And y'all know I give Snowball a hard time, but I don't have a problem with that. He's 8. He's 8. So, yeah, hearing about little black boys being shot and stuff, that's a teenage thing. That ain't an 8-year-old's plight. You know, that's not an 8-year-old's plight. It really is not. Was it going to kill him to get that realization? No. But that's Kim's call. So I was cool with Kim with that. And then the next part of it, they were doing pictures. They were having this luncheon, and the babies is crying, and folks was side-eyeing the fuck out of Tootie. They was giving her a child. That baby was crying with his nappy head, honey, and they was giving. He's going to be crying the whole time, honey. I said, She took him on out. Got up on the bus and was trying to put the baby to sleep and shit. And then, you know, her little son got a little slick mouth. Child's mouth was just a slick. Like, who wants to meet these people? He was bored as fuck. He's 8. Had no business being there. Then, Sheree brings her ass out there. Now you upset. Well, I thought it was kind of rude that you left it. Sheree, take your motherfucking muscle head and go in there and sit down. Because, bitch, you didn't drag Cairo in here because you knew it was going to be boring. And his good, big, old, 12-foot tall, 19-year-old ass didn't come in there. You didn't bring him in there. He's the one that could have used it. But Cairo didn't come till the next day. He ain't come till the next day. Time for the march. And then we got Kim. They go down to the march. She wasn't even there when the march started. She was gone. She's leaving. She had another engagement. So what that said to me was, that was some Andy shit. Bitch, you going to do some FaceTime. You going to go. Contractually, you going to go. You going to do some FaceTime, bitch. You going to go on down here to D.C. You drag the motherfucking babies with you or whatever it is you want to do, bitch. But you better be in D.C. and show FaceTime. So that just seemed to me like that was part of her job, that she had to go and show her face. And that's what she did. She showed her face and got the fuck on out of there. She wasn't even there for the march. So what was her whole purpose in going? You drug these kids here for what? And where's your husband? Shit, that bitch had been with you. It was the Million Man March. Or is you man? I didn't understand. And they was, she needs to have a team of people. No, the fuck she don't. She don't got a team of people where she at home. Normal bitches don't have a team of people. Normal bitches got their purse, their stroller, and they motherfucking kids, and they keep it moving. Trust me, because I was a bitch with the kids and the bags and keeping it the fuck moving. Ain't no motherfucking team. You know? That's foolishness. Phaedra, you know, her kids wasn't no problem because she had 12 babysitters with her. Being grand. Anyway. But yeah, Kim's son's mouth is slick. He got a slick little mouth. It's like, okay. Having a problem reading? Take him with you, honey. He really reminds me of Dr. Heavenly's little daughter. Too much. Can you say team too much? Anyway, but I didn't have a problem with Kim removing herself. I thought she did exactly what she needed to do. Sheree needed to mind her business. And then on the tour bus, Portia really, Portia. I think Portia and a couple of other ladies left a wet spot on the seat, honey, over there, lusted after Sheree's motherfucking son. I was like, creepy. He's 19, and not just, he's 19, which means you can fuck him if you choose to. If Sheree don't kill you first, bitch, you can go on and fuck him and don't get in no trouble. But why would you want to fuck him when we see Cairo, and he's big, and he looks a lot better, because he's an ugly little boy when he was younger. He's grown into his looks. He looks a lot better. He actually is turning out to be a pretty attractive little guy. And, you know, some people got to grow into their looks. He looks a lot better. But at the same time, yes, he's big and he's tall, and he is big. He's like 6'6" or something. So there's a lot of him. But remember when there was only a little bit of him? See, I'm sorry, I can't fuck nothing that I watched grow up. That's the adult in me, the responsible adult in me. I'm not fucking nothing that I watch drinking bottles. I don't give a fuck how old I get and how old it get. It ain't getting up on me when I watched it with bottles. Mm-mm. If I seen you with Tinker Toys, if I seen you with Lincoln Logs, and you was playing with Lego blocks, I know good and well you don't need to be playing with me. But they was looking at, I said, look at these motherfuckers. And they wasn't even, because she was like, you cougars. No, bitch, those are cougars. Correction. Those are mountain lions, bitch. You better get your son and threaten those whores. Get your gun. Take your gun, honey. A mess. But anyway, anti-goddamn way. That was really, really weird. Really weird. Kenya and Aunt Lori. Now, child, y'all know I was liking Aunt Lori. I thought Aunt Lori was cool. Fuck bald-headed ass Aunt Lori. You understand me? She just showed a whole different side. She fucked up. That family's fucked up. They got some shit going on. I told y'all last week, I said that's that flowers in the attic shit. That Lori brought her stinking bald-headed ass over there to Kenya's place, her and her motherfucking daughter, and then they gonna attack, because that's what the fuck they did. They attacked Kenya. And you gonna come and chastise her, bitch, about the fact that she wants to know her mother, when your sister's the one that filled her fucking pussy up with a motherfucking baby that she didn't want. But now all of a sudden, Kenya's wrong? No, Kenya ain't wrong, bitch. Your sister fucked and got caught. Then she had a baby. What the fuck you thought the baby was gonna do, bitch? You should have got an abortion. That's the only surefire way to get rid of a motherfucking baby, is to abort it. Not to give it up for adoption, but you can always come back looking for you. Bad times always show themselves again. You had a bad time. You got caught. The baby exists. Now you're faced with the problem. Now, is Kenya wrong? No, she ain't wrong. How am I wrong to want to know about me? About what, what brought my ass here? And she basically sided with the sister, and you telling Kenya about how she's wrong. No, you don't have a right to go knock on her door. I got that bitch's address. I got a right to aggravate her. I got a right to knock on her motherfucking forehead if I want to. Bitch brought me here. I didn't bring her. It ain't the other way around. I didn't like that at all. And I felt like Lori and her daughter treated Kenya like they weren't a family. Like she wasn't a family member. Like she was. And that's exactly, she's not. She's not. Legally, she's not a family member. And that's just how the fuck they treated her. Like she was a fucking outsider. Like, bitch, you're not our family. And now that the chips is down, bitch, we side with our family. And I got the sense that Kenya was an outsider. I don't know how Kenya felt in that meeting, but when I sat here and watched that shit, I got so motherfucking mad. I felt like they were talking to Kenya like that bitch was not a member of that family at all. Kenya, I don't know, girl, you gonna do what you want to do. But Auntie Ballhead, we would be done. We would be done. I would tell you side with your sister. Good, you go over there, you stand with your sister. And then when the niece, I let you borrow my mother. Bitch, I don't want to borrow your mother. Why do I need to borrow your mother? Bitch, my mother's standing right over there. I'm going to go knock on that bitch's forehead. I don't need to borrow your mother. I got one. She may not want to play mother, but I got one. I just thought it just was all fucked up. The whole family dynamic of that shit was fucked up. That was some old raggedy, raunchy bullshit. Probably will make for a real good book, Kenya. Pay attention. Make for a real good book, bitch. Make for a real good script, bitch. You got a good story, bitch. That's a motherfucking Lifetime movie right there, bitch. And now that I done said it, and y'all done all heard me say it on screen, I want my motherfucking check, Kenya, bitch. If you get somebody to do it. Because that's a much better story than that motherfucking life twirl shit. I'm telling you. Tell that story. Tell the story about how your mammy ain't shit. Moving on. Anyway, so now you got Candy and Todd and their goddamn ass. They still talk about this restaurant. So child, they done decided that they're going to use the old aunts as a gimmick. So they want to name the restaurant the old lady gang or whatever it is. and go around that whole theme of these old motherfuckers and these old recipes and all of that. So that's cute. That's cute. And that's what they're saying. We don't want y'all to come in and really work the restaurant. Just show some face time. Smart. Smart business wise. And of course you got that motherfucking Bertha. I don't like it. Bertha is a fucking killjoy. She is. She's a killjoy. Always somewhere with her motherfucking wig cocked ace deuce, wanting to disagree with something. God damn you, Bertha. And when the one man said, yeah, and Bertha could just be the bouncer. That's just how the fuck she act. Like an old goddamn, and she look like one too when you look at her real good. Like an old motherfucking Rottweiler. Goddamn Bertha. Anyway, but the other aunts, everybody else was with it. Even that goddamn Joyce was with it. And was Joyce doing too much? With Tar? Oh, I love you, Tar. And Tar gave her, like her touch burned his skin. I said, child, that's so shady. Just a mess. But you know they're gonna do it because them motherfuckers want to keep them checks coming in. Them old girls are gonna fall right the fuck in line. Anyway, so moving on to the real Kiki. Tee honey. That motherfucking Mimi. Now she done brought her ass. They got this whole build up. You see her Bigfoot ass come stepping through, fucking up Cynthia's grass and shit. Stomped her big old Amazon ass up through there and came up in there. Child, up to Cynthia's house. Child, listen, let's just start with the wig, honey. And I'm telling you, they could really have used that bad wig on her, that straight long wig that she had on in Cynthia's house, and the shorter version of it that she had on the confessional was just wrong. It's wrong. It doesn't look good. Nene, first of all, let's just get to it. Big shoulders, big teeth, big mouth, big bitch. You're too big for all of this straight. You're not no dainty little soul that could pull off this straight hair look. You got Cynthia sitting across from you, and her hair naturally you part down the middle. She looked like a little cute faced little Indian chick. You sitting across from her looking like some dumb goy with all that motherfucking straight ass blonde hair. You look. I said, girl. I kept looking, and I just kept looking. Then in the confessional, it's the shorter version. It's just straight. You need curls or you need layers. You need volume because you're a big bitch. You know, it's just like a fat bitch. You're not fat, but you're a big bitch. You get big old fucking shoulders. You sit up in there looking like a goddamn, like you get ready to break out. I said, girl, it's giving me karma. No sutra, honey. It was just too much. And the hair is too little. So you got this little hair and this big everything else. Big motherfucking titties. I mean, you know, just it's too much. You got two basketballs stuffed in this ugly ass top. And it just was just wrong. It was wrong. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. And you came in there and you wasn't really talking about nothing. What is the whole point of you being back here? What are you adding to the show? We didn't need you. That old saying, what, nothing at all. It didn't add anything to the show. All that big build up to you coming back, a waste. An absolute waste. You better do something and you better do it fast. You better do something, honey, and you better do it fast. And fucking with Kenya's not gonna be it. Cause she just started that. She tried to shake what she said. Oh yes, Kenya's my girl. You know. Oh, is she? Fucking with Kenya is not going to do it. You better do something and do it fast, or you can go to fuck back where you came from because you have added absolutely nothing to the show. You two, you are the two weakest links. You and Snowball can actually go somewhere. So that's what we don't need. We don't need some dumb goy, and we don't need motherfucking Snowball. We can get rid of both of them and continue on being the regular board that we've been all season. Fuck it. Fuck it. Just wasting money. You paying attention, Andy? Pay attention. You ain't doing but wasting money. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got to say about that shit. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Y'all know how that works. And I'll see y'all and we get bored again next week. Fuck it. All right, y'all. Bye.